BOEING CO. Key fundamentals, read straight from the public record. Price, $231.40. Market cap, $234 billion. PE, 93. Debt to equity, 7.47. Here's the hook. A PE of 93, sitting on a net margin of just 2.5%. That's not a normal reading. It only makes sense if the market is pricing in a recovery, not today's earnings. Scale, leverage, and a bet on the future. Every fundamental snapshot answers 3 questions. What is the market paying? Valuation. How efficiently does the business turn revenue into profit? Profitability. And can the balance sheet survive a downturn? Solvency. A strong answer to one can The stock trades near 38 times book value. Net income of $2.2 billion on $89.5 billion in revenue is a 2.5% margin. A 93 PE isn't paying for today's earnings. It's betting margins normalize as production recovers. Gross and operating margin both land at 4.79%. Net margin compresses to 2.5 after interest. And watch this gap. ROE of 36.6% looks strong, but ROA is just 1.35. That gap is leverage talking, not efficiency. Total assets, $166 billion. Long-term debt alone is $45.6 billion, over a quarter of everything Boeing owns. Debt to equity of 7.47 means for every dollar of equity, there's $7+ of debt. Little room for missteps. Every $36 of revenue converts to about $1 of earnings. The case for backlog, a duopoly market, recovering rates. The case for caution, thin ROA, heavy leverage, and a multiple that's still ahead of the actual margin. Why so thin? Regulators capped 737 production after the MAX groundings. Fixed price defense contracts absorbed cost overruns. The backlog is enormous. The real bottleneck is delivery pace, not demand. Here's the lesson. PE means little without a margin trajectory. At today's margin, that's a 93 multiple. Normalized to an 8% pre-2019 style margin, and the same price implies roughly 29 times earnings. 5 rules. Separate scale from profit. Never trust ROE without checking ROA. Treat PE as conditional. Let debt to equity set your margin for error. And remember, book value is the floor this price sits 38 times above. Every number here traces back to SEC Edgar, CIK 0000012927. This is educational analysis, not investment advice. Read the balance sheet, not just the multiple.